Loh. Waduh, tiketnya dibuang sama Jayden. Mana? Waduh. Halo guys, jumpa lagi bersama keluarga Saputra. Dalam vlog kali ini kita berkunjung di Auckland Botanic Garden. Nah, di sini itu kita akan jalan-jalan kayak park gitu besar. Dan di sini itu dia ada tumbuh-tumbuhan dan lain sebagainya. Yuk, langsung kita masuk aja. Let's go. Ini Jayden juga udah bawa skuter. Jadi dia nanti mau main skuter di dalam. Ini tempatnya ini gede banget guys. Dulu gua udah pernah kesini, lumayan gede banget. Jadi untuk workout jalan-jalan gitu boleh deh. Dan nanti kalau oh iya, kita juga mau naik kereta ini, the Wiri Rambler. Pesan dari depan ya. Oke, kita coba yuk cari tiketnya. Nah, jadi ini kita udah dapat tiketnya guys untuk Wiri Rambler train. Jadi masih free juga. Ini untuk halaman lobbynya seperti ini. Jayden excited, dia udah bawa guide-nya. Ini untuk toiletnya ternyata keren juga ya, dia kayak di Indonesia ya, ada kayak anyaman gini ya. Wow, ternyata di Indonesia guys, anyaman, keren. Padahal ini toilet loh. Nah, ini kita udah masuk di dalamnya guys. Dalamnya tempatnya kayak gini, dia nyantai banget ya. Sangat relaxing dan calming banget. Dalamnya ada tumbuh-tumbuhan kayak gini. Nah, ini terus kita mau naik yang namanya Wiri Rambler. Tuh. Ya. Oke. Ini dia. Nih. Wah. Tuh. Kita duduk sini. Naik Wiri Rambler, nggak mau panas. Di situ panas guys. Jayden gimana? Waduh, Jayden happy. Loh. Waduh, tiketnya dibuang sama Jayden. Mana? Waduh. Jangan di-throwing Jayden ya. Oke. Jangan di-throwing loh Jayden, no littering, okay? No throwing, no littering.
Kia ora, and welcome aboard the Wiri Rambler. I'm Pat, your guide, and our driver is Simon. We're two of over 100 volunteers here in the gardens.
Hi.
To meet our safety regulations, we ask that you stay seated when the Rambler is moving and keep arms, hands and heads inside the carriage. Please make sure that children do this. Right, cover your ears. We we're now leaving Hukaiwaka, the visitor centre which opened in 2005. The name was bestowed on the building by the local tangata whenua. These gardens cover 156 acres, which was once farmland, with an area of native forest when development started in 1973. The official opening of the gardens was in 1982. Our aim is to display plants that grow well in Auckland, to conserve plants, offer community education, and to provide this beautiful garden for visitors to enjoy. Over 1 million people visit each year. In front of us is the herb garden. This is one of the oldest and most visited sections of the gardens, which showcases a variety of plants that can be used for cooking, health and their perfume. Its design is based on a formal English-style herb garden with brick paths and geometric beds.
Ini herb gardennya guys.
And behind the rush hedge is where nursery plants are grown from seeds and cuttings, not only for our botanic gardens, but also for Auckland regional parks. And at the end of the hedging is an entrance where volunteers sell plants to the public on Thursday mornings. They are also open on the first Sunday morning of each month during spring and summer, and I can highly recommend their plants. They're strong and they're reasonably cheap, and people who grow them know what they're doing. Left of the train we have the rock garden, which is a dry garden growing various succulents and other plants suitable for dry conditions. During the day the rocks absorb the heat from the sun and slowly release it overnight, giving ideal warm growing conditions for the plants. We have two adjoining lakes which were developed in the early 1980s to bring wildlife into the gardens and to provide a wetland area. If you want to feed the ducks, could you please buy some seeds from the reception area? It's not good to feed any bird with scraps of bread. And on the right of the train, we have the African garden, which shows the home gardener the vast array of African plants that can be grown in Auckland's climate. Here we have a large collection of aloes, many of which flower in the winter. Well worth coming back to visit them again. And on the left, we have the entrance to the Potter's Children's Garden. This is an area designed to inspire and interest children and encourage them to enjoy learning about nature, exploring growing plants and the different places they can grow. Thousands of children come to classes here during the year. We're just going to stop momentarily for the bollards to go down so we can go through. On the right we have the entrance to the Blossom Valley. My favourite part of the garden is it's usually quite quiet, very shady, lovely paths to walk on. And growing here we have many different flowering trees, shrubs and plants. We have a large collection of camellias which bloom from autumn through to spring. There's also a large collection of deciduous flowering magnolias which flower in late winter and early spring. And on the left we have the orchard, where there's many varieties of different fruit trees which will grow in Auckland. And again on the left we're just passing a grove of Awanui flowering cherries, which are a beautiful sight from the beginning of October. We're now entering the rose garden and are passing a sculpture on the left that the Friends of the Gardens are raising funds to buy. It's my favourite. It's called Dance Me to the End of Love. It's the title of one of the late great Leonard Cohen songs. The roses displayed in this garden will thrive in Auckland and will stay reasonably healthy without the use of chemical sprays. There are heritage, climbing and modern hybrid roses. All plants are identified with metal name tags, so you can go to your local nursery and buy one if you found one you particularly like. And also in front of the train is the native forest. There are paths through this area so you can walk to Total Park or come out at the other end of the Blossom Valley. This is one of the finest examples of lowland broadleaf conifer forest remaining in the area. We do have leaflets showing the walks at the reception area. Left of the train you can see one of the sculptures that are from the recent sculpture exhibition. It has been bought and will eventually be going into a very large private garden. It's called Hand in the Dirt, and you can see that in the palm of the hand is a seed which is sprouting. It's a favourite of mine, it's very good.
Ya, jadi di tangannya itu tuh dia ada seednya itu guys, yang lagi bertumbuh atau lagi sprouting. Tuh. Nah, itu dia.
If you look to the left of the train and across the field, you'll see a large sculpture. It's called Entwined, and it's the one that the Friends of the Botanic Gardens have bought from this year's exhibition. I don't think it's going to stay there. They'll move it over a pathway. We're now on our new Pacific Pathway, which was opened at the end of October 2019, and have reached the other end of the second lake. And on the right of the train there's a few sculptures that haven't been taken away. There were 5 of them, there's only 3 now. They're called the Guardians, Kaitiaki.
Ini dia lake yang dimaksud. Lake-nya tuh ternyata airnya cukup bening loh, kelihatan itu. Ini udah untuk balik ini ya. Berarti Wiri Rambler ini sekitar.
Now entering the Native Ideas Garden. This is a new garden, and it's where native New Zealand plants are grown to show that they can be used in home gardens. It's newly planted, so the trees and shrubs are not fully grown. This is another beautiful garden. This is our perennial garden. Perennials are plants with non-woody stems that grow for 2 or more years. They die down in the winter and then grow again in the spring to make a colourful summer display. And on the right we have an area designed for weddings and social functions which can be booked through the visitor centre.
Oh ini, jadi kalau mau wedding bisa di sini nih. Di wedding dengan tema natural. Iya. Iya nih. Tuh bisa wedding di sini guys, keren.
We're just passing the entrance to the threatened native gardens. This garden was opened in 2001 and is an area where plants that are in danger of extinction in their natural habitat are grown. And on the right of the train you'll see brick walls, and it's the entrance to our edible garden, where vegetables and fruit are grown organically without using chemical sprays or manures. One of the objectives of this garden is to inspire gardeners to grow fruit and vegetables in their home gardens. The Friends have a horticultural reference library which is open to the public and includes journals and reference books, and you'd be most welcome to use it if you wish to. This brings us to the end of our ride. Thank you for coming on the Rambler today. I hope you've enjoyed your trip and will join us again sometime in the future. Could I ask you to please remain seated until we've stopped? Simon will help you out in the carriage. Thank you.
Thank you. Jayden minta ice guys. Langsung berlari Larinya kenceng banget, padahal lumayan jauh. Traktornya di situ yang tadi dia berlari tadi kayak gitu, langsung sampai di situ. Dia mau beli es krim. Thank you. Es krim Jayden. Ya. Ini punya Dede. Oh. Jadi mau try punya Dede? Mau? Punya Dede ada walnutnya nih. No. Oh, jadi juga udah punya, Jayden udah punya juga. Oke. Enak. Walnutnya kerasa banget. Tastes so good. Careful, Jayden. Yuk, kita cari tempat duduk yuk. Jayden lagi bermain puzzle. Kita lagi berada di kids areanya. Jadi habis menyantap es krim, terus kita lagi nyantai duduk-duduk di sini. Lalu di sini ada ini ya, ada mikroskop untuk meneliti. Nah, apakah sih ini sebenarnya? Nih, jadi taruh di sini, kalau nanti muncul di atas tuh. Iya. Kalau dia zoom sendiri dia otomatis. Lalu kita bisa lihat ini apa? Jadi diteliti di sini. Oh, ini jadi bisa di zoom. Fokusnya mouse berapa? Ah, itu dia fokusnya. Iya, jadi nggak auto zoom dan nggak auto fokus ternyata ya. Saya bisa atur, adjust fokusnya di sini. Tuh. Di sini juga ada warning untuk coronavirus ya. Oh, ini jadi kauri. Oke guys, jadi sekian dulu video dari kita. Kita sudah berkunjung di Auckland Botanic Garden, dimana di sini kita menemukan banyak sculpture dan juga taman yang bagus. Nah, di taman-taman itu semua tanaman-tanaman itu dikasih nama latinnya juga sama mereka ini, sama pengelolanya tentunya. Ya, oke. Jika kalian suka video ini, jangan lupa klik like dan juga subscribe ke channel kita, karena dengan subscribe kalian mendukung channel kita untuk kita semakin semangat untuk membuat konten-konten yang berkualitas, dan juga share ke teman-teman kalian guys, supaya teman-teman kalian dapat idenya kayak apa sih Botanical Garden di Auckland ini. Oke, see you on the other video. God bless you all. Bye bye.